You ever walk into a room and forget why you're there? And say, no, I'm just tired? You drop something and go, wow, I'm clumsy. You reread the same sentence 4 times and think, maybe I'm just distracted. Meanwhile, your brain is like, ma'am, I have plaques. That weird thing you did? It might be more than just a moment. Did you ever walk into a room with a purpose? Like you were on a mission from your own brain? And then suddenly, nothing? You're just standing there, looking at a lamp, wondering if it needs dusting. You tell yourself, wow, I must be tired, or maybe, I really need more coffee. We all do it. But what if I told you that these little moments, the ones we laugh off, could be your body trying to send you a message? Are you listening? We're about to talk about something important, something that might just change how you see those little brain freezes, and I promise, we're going to get through it together. So stick with me, because at the end of this, you'll have a whole new way of looking at these tiny glitches in your day. We have a name for everything, don't we? A long day at work is burnout. Dropping your keys for the 3rd time is being a klutz. Forgetting why you opened the fridge is just a senior moment, even if you're only 35. It's easier to give these things a funny, harmless label. But sometimes, these aren't just one-off events. They can be small, quiet signs of something bigger, like multiple sclerosis. Now hold on. Don't click away. We're not talking about the big, dramatic stuff you see in movies. We're talking about the sneaky little symptoms that show up and try to blend in with your everyday life. They're the party crashers of your nervous system. This essay is all about those little signs. I'm talking about the whispers, not the shouts. The things we blame on stress, lack of sleep, or just plain old bad luck. These are the tiny changes that can make your day just a little bit harder, a little more frustrating. You might feel like you're running a race with your shoes tied together, but you can't figure out who tied the knot. If any of what I'm about to say sounds familiar, listen closely. You're not going crazy. You're not lazy. You are not broken. Your body is simply changing, and paying attention to that change is the most powerful thing you can do. Think of your body like a car. Most of the time, you just get in and drive. You don't think about the engine or the wiring. But then one day you hear a little rattle. It's not loud. You can still drive. You can even turn up the radio to drown it out. But the rattle is still there. Ignoring it doesn't make it go away. It just means you're not dealing with it. These small MS signs are like that little rattle. They're easy to ignore, but they're also your first clue that maybe it's time to look under the hood. And you know what? Looking under the hood isn't scary. It's smart. It's taking control. All right, let's talk about fatigue. This isn't the I pulled an all-nighter studying for a test kind of tired. I call it micro-fatigue. It's sneaky. That feeling at 3 p.m. staring at your computer screen when the words start to look like tiny ants. Not sleepy enough for a nap, but your brain feels like it's on low battery. Start a task feeling fine. 10 minutes in, you hit a wall. A simple email feels like composing a symphony. A sudden drop, a quiet shutdown. Real-life example. Make a plan for the evening. Cook a nice dinner. Meet a friend for a quick coffee. Sounds great. Get home. Pull out pots and pans. Look at the recipe. Wham. Energy gone. Chopping one onion feels like Mount Everest. Order a pizza. Cancel on your friend. Not laziness. Your brain needs more energy for simple tasks. It runs out of juice faster. What causes the power drain? Imagine your brain is a smartphone. Healthy brain. Full charge. No extra apps. MS or nervous system working overtime. 50 apps running in the background. Battery plummets. Brain burns energy on things that used to be automatic. A short 20-minute meeting can feel like a marathon. You reach for your morning coffee and misjudge the distance. The mug tips. Coffee splashes across the counter. You laugh it off. Whoops, need more coffee to handle my coffee. Later at work, you walk down the hall and bump right into the door frame. It's not a big deal. You tell your coworker, I've always been clumsy. But have you? Or is this a new kind of clumsy? This isn't about being naturally uncoordinated. It's when your body seems to have a mind of its own, when your hands don't quite listen to your brain, and your feet don't land where you expect them to. You're a little surprised, a glitch in the system, a momentary disconnect between intention and action. Or you're walking stairs, and you suddenly trip. Those tiny delays make clumsy moments. Here's a simple tip. Slow down. We live in a go-go-go world, I know. Ever get irritated by something small, like a loud store you instantly want to leave? You might blame it on being sensitive or having an off day. But these sudden shifts in mood can be a sneaky sign. Your emotions feel bigger, frustration bubbles up faster, and you might feel socially drained after just a short time. It's not your personality. Your nervous system might be struggling to filter sensory information. When your brain has less bandwidth for regulating emotions, it's like a computer with too many programs open. So give your brain a break. Wear sunglasses or earbuds to reduce input. It's not rude, it's self-care. This one is so common, we've all made jokes about it. You're in the middle of a great story, and your mind goes completely blank. Or the word you need is on the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite grab it. This isn't major memory loss. It's about small slowdowns in your thinking. Doctors call it a change in processing speed, but it feels like your brain is buffering. Think of your brain as a library. When you need a word, a little librarian has to go find it. If the pathways are cluttered, it just takes them longer. The information is still there, but accessing it takes more time. Let's talk about body static. Those weird physical sensations we're experts at ignoring. That strange tingling in your fingertips, or a spot on your leg that suddenly feels numb. We call it pins and needles and just move on. But these phantom sensations can be early signs of nerve miscommunication. Think of your nerves as electrical wires. Damage can be like a fray in the wire, making signals get mixed up. Instead of a clear message, your brain gets static, which feels like tingling or numbness. It's not just weird, it's data. We've talked about fatigue, clumsiness, and brain fog. So why are we so good at ignoring them? It's a mix of fear, not wanting to be dramatic, and the habit of just pushing through. We see these symptoms as a character flaw rather than what they are, physical information. But here's the most important thing. Noticing these small signs isn't about giving in to fear. It's the exact opposite. It's about empowerment. When you notice these things early, you gain the power to make small changes, talk to your doctor, and find a strategy to live better. Okay, so this is the part of a YouTube video where the person would say, if you're enjoying this content, smash that like button and subscribe for more. And I get it. They're building a community. They want to know that what they're saying is connecting with people. And in a way, that's what I'm hoping for right here, right now. I'm not asking you to subscribe to a channel, but I am asking you to subscribe to yourself. I'm asking you to pay a little more attention to the messages your own body is sending you. That's the most important channel you could ever follow. Think of it this way. Liking and subscribing is about engagement. It's about saying, yes, this matters to me. When you take a moment to notice that your energy dropped at 2 p.m., or that your fingers are tingling again, you are liking that information. You're acknowledging it. You're not judging it. You're not panicking about it. You're just noticing. And when you decide to keep track of it, maybe by jotting it down in a notebook, you are subscribing. You're telling yourself that this pattern of information is worth following over time. That's a powerful form of engagement with your own well-being. Building a community is also a big part of it. When you feel these strange, confusing things, it's easy to feel completely alone. You think, am I the only one who feels this way? The answer is no. Absolutely not. By talking about this, by sharing our experiences, we find out that we are not alone. So maybe your like is telling a trusted friend, I've been feeling so clumsy lately, it's the weirdest thing. And your subscribe is listening when they share something similar about themselves. We build strength when we realize our weird little glitches are more common than we think. So while I don't have a bell icon for you to click, I do want to invite you to take action. The action isn't big or scary. Your homework, if you choose to accept it, is just to notice. Notice one small thing this week. One moment of brain fog. One clumsy move. One wave of inexplicable fatigue. Don't fix it. Don't analyze it to death. Just notice it. Write it down if you want. That's it. That's your like. That's your subscribe. It's the first step in creating a conversation, and the most important conversation you can have is the one with yourself. If you've been nodding along, you might feel nervous. Please don't be. This conversation isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to arm you. These changes are not a reflection of your character. They are physical, plain, and simple. The goal is to stop ignoring and start noticing. So the next step is a tiny one. Take that note you wrote down and share it with a doctor. Finding out what's going on is better than worrying in the dark. Knowledge gives you the power to plan. And when you can plan, you take your power back.